We tried earlier. No.
That's racist. No, kind of like that comment I made earlier.
Wow, Rashid handles way too easy. I think they need to nerf Rashid because he actually he can. I literally just put in random combos and it did something. I haven't even looked at his list yet, huh?
With old girl?
No, the Middle Eastern dude with the
Middle Eastern dude?
with the power with the scouter with the power level over 9,000. Yes.
Yeah. No, he's pretty dope. He was my go-to guy because for some reason I can't fucking Ken. Me and Ken are just not vibing in this game. I don't know what the fuck it is. He just wants to like. He looks like fucking like a Kazuya with fucking yellow hair. Like another fight is coming your way.
You know what? I don't care. I'm glad they changed Ken. I'm tired. I was tired of him looking like Ryu.
He was an annoying character to look at. At least he was a natural blonde back then, right? With those black eyebrows.
Yeah.
Eyebrows black? Eyebrows used to be brown. He looked more like a big blonde than Link. Link's eyebrows seems like a darker.
Aw, damn it! I'm fighting a Karen player.
You want to hear someone I fucking shit I heard today about this game?
What?
That is better than this game.
Whoa! Hell no! Hell the fuck no! No, it isn't. I would argue that with. Nah, I hate how easy. I hate that it's an easier version of Street Fighter. it is. It's a dumbed down version of Street Fighter. Huh? No, they trust me. Street Fighter makes money off of competitions by itself, so they don't. No. Yeah, they have an Evo for Street Fighter all the time. You know what? It's never at Evo. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's never at Evo.
Final round.
The problem I got with that is these games aren't really fucking I'm all about fucking identity. You gotta have your identity.
Dude, I haven't even looked at his list. I'm whooping this dude's ass with Rashid. Yeah, it is. No.
It's not the look, it's the system.
The systems, they did update the system. Like, dude, anybody coming from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5 is fucked.
Okay, how about this question? How do you deal with overhead? What have they done to help overhead games?
Overhead.
How do you deal with someone who's blocking high? I'm mean, no, wait. How do you deal with someone who's walking low? And I don't mean
L1.
He said L1.
What?
Simple as that. What's L1? Let me look at the fucking control.
L1 is all three punches, and L2 is all three kicks. It really depends on the character, like, but there are moves that destroy blocks. There are moves that just completely destroy blocks.
That's not. But it has to be noob friendly. That's the problem with games. You can't have a game that you can make a game that goes, oh, this is only for people who play these games, or only for people with an IQ above 100. But the problem is, you're going to continuously more and more money.
Nah, see. Nah.
They can't barely fucking doing anything different. Literally, the only thing they're
it's
saying
not about
Call
what
of
they're doing
Duty.
different. Has been to have a shooter come in. Like, the shooter shooting is the shooter.
Wait. Oh my God! Why didn't I think about it before? You said if someone's guarding down, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried grabbing them?
No, I did say without.
Oh, without grabbing. Oh. Yeah, you just press like forward medium strike or a back medium strike, and it does an overhead attack.
Yeah, but it's different with every character. See, now overhead, Street Fighter, it doesn't tell you what you're looking for, and it doesn't even tell you the moves are overhead. Now, when I got Street Fighter 4, it just said, forward something, shock or a forward explosive kick, and I was like, okay, what is it useful for? It's kind of close.
Yeah.
I never knew until I was in a party racing, and the guy said it's an overhead, it's for crouch. I'm like, why did the game tell me?
All right. What about focus attacks?
Dude, I have a job. I can't be sitting in a fucking lab. I don't have the time in my life to do that your fucking fault. I'm like, no, it's kind of years.
No, actually, that kind of is your fucking problem, because look, you're gonna fucking sit there and play a game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm 28, about to be 29. I grew up with fucking Genesis, PlayStation 1 on up. You know what I mean? Alright, now see, the fucking thing about games being so always fun because it was the fucking trial and error of the fucking game. Like, yes, they had to streamline some shit.
Only for people like me and you, but for other people, that's not the case.
And fuck them other people, because it's like,
We can't be like that though.
We got to, because it's like raising. Yes, it's like raising your fucking kids to be fucking lazy and expecting.
It's like coming in. It's like coming in last place and still getting a trophy.
It's not like that. It's not like getting in last
What's the problem with?
them how to get the trophy.
Wait, what's the problem with?
Sitting there and saying there's a trophy, telling them how to get it, giving them guidelines.
Wait.
Get in or get out. The problem is you're not gonna make money. What happened? People got out of the game. Hey, have fucking internet.
People are like,
Xbox.
what was fucking trying to restrict you, bro? That's why they got out there and shit, because they was fucking trying to restrict the fact that you could even play the fucking game.
These niggas really just chilling.
But they need to make a game. It's a very important thing. It helps your sales. If you don't have the IQ to get out, because they want to play with us, and their IQs will increase. You know what that does? That creates more competition. Your community gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
I can get that, but the simple alleviation, I get that, but the simple alleviation to that is instead of actually making the game itself better, trying people to not be good, fucking pick up and easy, would be a fucking deeper tutorial, a mandatory deeper tutorial, teach you the fucking ins and outs.
I'm not saying they should tech it. I'm not saying they should make all combos butt shit, dog, easy, link, every time you hit something or like that. I'm saying that it should make it more accessible, which means when you hop in and save you time for experiments, because not everybody has the time. Let's be realistic. Not everybody has the time. Go in there and just click on something like how Metal Gear's campaign is, and you click down left on the thing, and it's like, oh, here's an explanation for this screen, here's an explanation for this screen. I'm like, that's fucking cool. That saves me a lot of time, and that makes the game more fun. But you don't have to make overhead easier. It's just better to have a button you can click at any given time that says, hey, this move is for this. And that will help new players coming through the game a lot faster.
And at the same time, it's dumbing the fucking game down to where you could fucking sit there and actually have to be skilled and tactful in what you're doing.
Actually, it doesn't though, because
how would it? Because if you're sitting there reducing your hold on, if you're sitting there reducing everything down to a button press, okay, instead of like, oh, you have to fucking sit there with this character, you might have to put this in, or this character might have this move. That's what makes that character unique and the game more like gives it more depth. If you're just sitting there like, oh well, every character, if you want to reduce overhead, tap L1. That is not a good idea. Like, I get the fucking shit, but all that really needs is a fucking tutorial, a deeper tutorial. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. It's a tutorial.
No, wait, but didn't Street Fighter 4 have a tutorial system? The challenge mode.
No, it had a challenge mode. It didn't have a tutorial.
No, it had the trials. It had a challenge mode and it had the trials.
But it did not have a tutorial.
The trial was the tutorial. There was a tutorial for that character.
Tutorial is something that explains what means under what. A challenge mode is something that has you master something. Those are not two the same thing.
No, it had, all right, look, it had a character trial. All right, it had challenge mode where you actually did like challenges, which Street Fighter 4 Vanilla was the only one that had the actual challenge mode. And then it had the trial mode for characters. If you wanted to try the characters, it had
that didn't explain what the moves are for. That showed you how to do them, the input, but it didn't explain what it was for. It explained you how to hide them. It didn't explain why to hide them.
if you got deeper into the trials, it had the enemy character do certain things, and then
It had the enemy character Hadouken you maybe to learn to focus, but it didn't explain why. What is the most important thing for humans, because what makes us more evolved than any other animal is we're the animals that ask why. That's why they said we're better than chimpanzees. You hand a chimpanzee, they might not figure out puzzles with you.
Okay, all right.
Say, don't ever do this, and you're like, mom and dad, why? And they're like, just shut the fuck up and do it. It lowers your IQ.
What?
Just kind of half backwards.
Completely lower, but it lowers certain people's IQ. Okay,
no, this is like a bad example.
that wasn't a very good example.
You can hear from my what?
No, you're right. Let me help. There's certain things that society does to us to make us just follow things about asking questions, and that's what they also do in the military. And that's why some people who have suffered certain abuses feel like going to the military. Like, hey, my dad was abusive drunk, he used to yell at me. I can handle that. I have two friends that also do that too. The guy so when you're a kid and you ask certain questions, blah 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 blah, obviously your brain is forming and learning things, and then they tell you, shut the fuck up and listen. And then you go to school does the same thing to you, just do this, do this, do this. Why am I learning something? Shut up and do it. What am I going to use for my future? Shut up and do it. And certain people who stop thinking, just their life keeps getting more. But people like us, our IQs keep increasing because we're like, well, fuck that, I'm going to learn why. Now that's why the problem with Street Fighter is, what you're saying is, fuck those idiots, let them lead. The ones with the low IQs, let them lead. But we can bring other people in a certain way, increase their IQ, so that we have more competition. So we have more fun competition. So we have more people. And that's why we need tutorials in Street Fighter. Then it makes no trials that explain why the Hadouken. They just said Hadouken.
Look, I'm in agreement with you to the point of, yeah, okay, if you wanted fucking tutorial, I'm with that, but like, as for you, like the gameplay side of it, I'm all for more people coming into the gaming scene and more competition. I get that, right? But if you're not willing to invest what little time you have to fucking try and learn something, you know what I mean? That shouldn't be anybody else's problem that actually has time or anything like that, because
The fuck? Why can't I do this?
saying, I'm not gonna buy The Witcher 3 because it's 200 hours long. It's too long. Well, that's your fucking headache. You're missing out on something great because if you want to buy The Witcher 3, that little bit of time that game will knock you a fucking brick. That's not fucking hard.
Can I give you an example? Chess.
Go ahead.
Okay. Say we're gonna play chess. Everybody must know at least the standard rules of chess.
Yeah.
Say you have a queen. Say that you have no pieces, but your friend is like, oh, you got bishop. He's like, well, how can bishops move? Well, you better learn that on your own. And it's like, well, why don't you just tell me how bishops move? Because it'll be more in depth for you to learn how your own experiment. It's like, okay. So then you move a bishop forward. You're like, nope, can't do that. I have to skip the turn. It's like, well, what the fuck? And then you move your bishop, you know, to the right. It's like, you can't do that.
Just hang up the fucking phone.
But then it's like you move your bishop.
Just hang up.
Okay. Let's use.
Let me finish. I won't take very long. Finally figured out that you can control that. You learn how to move that. It's like you learn how to move it on the rules. How you use it in your own brain. It doesn't limit your intelligence. It just creates less wisdom on how to apply.
Oh. Wait, why am I not? Oh my god, I was just able to do this move. All right. I actually want to bring up that chess analogy, right? No, everybody who comes into chess, they don't know the rules, right? So doesn't it take two players in order to teach? Doesn't it take like a mentor to teach someone to play chess?
Not always, because when I was younger, my mom had a chessboard that had the rules on it.
Yeah. They had the rules on it, but a lot of people don't read those rules, and then they'll ask you because. Yeah.
It's right there on the bottom, like it shows how they can move.
Yeah, well, that's what the trial mode of Street Fighter did, but you're arguing against that. So let's say that you guys don't want to go through the trial mode of Street Fighter, just like someone doesn't want to read the rules of chess, but they see you there, and they're like, you know what, you know how to play this game. How do I do this and that, and what is it this and that for? As a mentor of chess, you tell them the pawn moves straight, and the pawn can only move straight, but can jump sideways. It can jump forward diagonal to attack another piece. The rook can only go horizontal and vertical, and it can only attack horizontal and vertical. The bishop, it can only move diagonal and attack diagonal, but the queen can move wherever the fuck it wants, just not in the L shape like the knight does. And they'll ask you why this, and that. And if you can actually explain that to them, they'll actually understand chess and actually love it. That's what Street Fighter is. That's what Street Fighter is. Like if you actually have a mentor. Yeah. This is. I'm saying the trial and the manual for chess. That's what the trials is. The trials is like a manual. Is the manual for chess. If you're not going into if you're not actually like doing the moves, then you're not really getting into it. But if you actually learn the moves, right, you go into training mode. Now let's say you. All right. Now let's say you have the chessboard, right? Someone taught you how to play chess now. All right, yeah. I'm still in the explanation. I'm in the explanation again. I don't know what he's doing, so I gotta mute him for a second.
We're just having a
all right.
Conversation.
There we go. All right. So you have the chessboard, right? You now your mentor has taught you how to play chess, and now you're trying to play against yourself. What is Street Fighter's training mode? it's playing it's
You're going off of it though, bro, because it's not the same equivalent. Because using the overhead, it doesn't teach you why to use overhead. When you first was Sakura's overhead, which comes first and goes down, it doesn't tell you what it's for. And there's two things in skill set trial. One is how to master the input, how to do the input, because I think that anybody who's ever handled a controller like a cousin, like, hey, how do you do it? Is the mastering, it's when you do it, and it's why. But they don't tell you why. So when you do an overhead of Sakura, I know with my understanding that it was to counter the crouch. But when you do it in chess, you're moving your bishop diagonal, you're not really countering anything. It's not really any counter. It's just showing you a way you can move it.
you know what? I actually understand.
Pretty much understand the why.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm going back to what you said earlier about Karen. Now I understand what you were talking about with the V trigger. They did nerf her on the. Yeah, I'm a little huh? I still like her. I just don't like that they nerfed her. I mean, they did. Yeah, but I guess that would be too many moves for a new player to learn. So they were just like, look, this is what she does basic on her basics. They did that with a lot of characters. Yeah, she can still do that. I'm telling you right now, these casual gamers who are getting into it, they don't stick with the game anyway. Like, they don't even stick with Mario. And Mario is very basic system. Jump, run, jump, get to the objective. So yeah, the catering to casuals is not going to win them the game anyway, because the casuals aren't going to stick with the game long enough anyway. They're just going to move on to whatever's shinier. And like, ooh, a piece of candy. That's all they're going to do anyway.
Casuals have James Wood syndrome, basically, and they don't even if they have a little bit of time, they won't stick with it eventually, because they're going to move on to the next thing that, oh, this is shiny, this is pretty, I'm going to play this instead.
Yeah, like my boy Quentin, he doesn't consider himself a casual, but he's a casual. Like he can understand the game mechanics, but he's still like, yeah. It's awful. All right, Bloodborne.
That's what we mean by fucking casual. That's what I mean by fucking casual. You need to get the fuck out of it, because look, I agree with you with the saying. The tutorial, yes, give it more of an in-depth. Don't come to actually yourself for the sake of the majority of fucking idiots. Don't figure out, hey. the Shoryuken and the fucking kick or whatever the you know what I mean? They'll sit there and that's but that's all they'll want to fucking do because they themselves don't about doing it. They'll sit there and spam that shit the whole fucking time. Even if you were to fucking sit there and be like, hey, this tutorial, this does this does that, the overhead is for this, if you want to use the overhead on this person, you know, you just went and fucking broke it down step by step, penny for penny and shit. You know what I mean? And then you end up dumbing the game down for people that were there with it from the fucking get-go and wanted to see it evolve. You know what I mean? Actually watching it unevolve and fucking deteriorate into something so fucking simple all because some group of assholes don't have, you know, the fucking patience or knowledge to do anything with it.
If anything, I think we need more games that challenge IQs instead of games that cater.
Exactly.
No, games, as long as games give you the tools to then use your IQ, it's okay to have full-fledged tutorials to how to use everything. IQ, how to decide, how to
yeah, that's fine, dude. But like, casual fucks either way. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Don't casuals, man. Don't cater for the.
Deftol hated the conversation.
It depends how you use
Cater as in just introducing more moves on top of the moves that, let's say, you kept in the game from Street Fighter 4, and let's say it was like this perfect fucking thing, right? You got yada yada moves, you got 80 moves in fucking Street Fighter 4 per game. And then you're to sit there and be like, hey, let's break it down and like add like a fucking another 20 or 30 per game. You know what I mean? But instead they're actually gonna reduce that number so it'll be easier. And instead of like, oh, you have to forward down punch for a fucking Hadouken or whatever, you know, just forward punch or, you know, back.
I understand that.
I mean, yeah, some games, like, what is it, like, period, because you fucking basically control the goddamn limit of your body. When people are the casual dude who fucking pull up that, they're gonna pull up that, you know, if they're even that fucking intelligent, right? They're gonna pull up that move list and they're gonna see that white star, and they're gonna see that fucking hollowed out black star with the white around it. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just gonna make it hard for them. That's why DOA is doing so well. Yeah, see, I mean, I get it. Like, you should yeah, the manual fucking teaches you or tells you what it is, but doesn't actually give you, like, when you're in the fucking tutorial a second, it doesn't show you what to do for the pod. You know, the pod.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting. Everybody's listening to this conversation. What's good? I don't care. I don't care. They need to listen to this. They need to listen to this shit.
Fucking listen to us and fucking give you intelligence. College. Oh yeah, I'm in voice there. I got it. They're hearing me.
They hear me, you fucking garbage ass piece of shit. I know. Like, fuck you, dude.
You know what? I got one message to you. Get me a beer because mine is warm. No, but like, man. These motherfuckers nowadays it's ridiculous. Because what is it? You know how many people I hear that it's hard to to an extent if you just jump into it and I get that. You're not fucking willing to be too hard for you to fucking and do it. I get that. But that, in the end, like that one dude told you, that's kind of your fucking fault because you're the one who bought it. You're the one who's expecting the game to play a certain way, you know, and be toned down because you don't have fucking time. A perfect world would be like they'd advertise it and be like, hey, don't play this fucking game if you know you're not ready to fucking commit time to. But you know, it's not a perfect world.
Like, you know what game was not user accessible at all, new user accessible at all? Demon Souls. But you know what's funny though is that game is popular because of how hard it is.
Well, that's literally the fucking core. That's the core.
Like it's sold to people as this game is going to be the end of you.
Fucking die is the goddamn thing with the fucking game. You know what I mean?
You know, it's so hard that if you get a dick,
yeah, and I mean that's what I mean. That's what because they're putting all the fucking fire.
Yeah, the fun is actually in learning the damn system.
Thank God like, you know, checkpoint shit. You know what I mean? Thank you. But you cannot tell me if you are old like that game, half the fucking fun was just fucking ass kicked and then finally fucking get that motherfucking level or whatever. Got past it. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna kick some of them. I'm gonna kick some of them right now. So fucking happy. No wonder they're trying to get you. You know what I mean?
level, mom. I'm gonna kick your face.
Everybody back in the day, you know, when they first started out with, you know, you only had 3 lives, there was no fucking checkpoint, you understand, you know what I mean, and around. Yeah, dude, that shit, that Sonic game would laugh at people fucking forever, because they would sit there like, fuck, I made it like 3 fourths of the way. Now I gotta start, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, but to the point where, like, you get these games where they set up the autosave, and the autosave will actually fuck you up and put you ahead of where you were.
Oh shit. They're like, get this fucker off right now. He's saying things we don't like. I expect look. I expect all my viewers to be to respect my opinions, and if they have anything to say about my opinions, I hope they write it down in the comments below. What's up? Still advertising. Seriously? Seriously, Ken? Now, I remember, yeah, you know, for Metal Gear. You know what's funny about the Metal Gear is I heard one reviewer say there are no quick travel points on the game, and I was like, what? I was like, you obviously didn't play the fucking game, because you can actually collect invoices in Metal Gear and then use your box to quick travel to certain points in the game. So there were quick travels in the game, and if you collect all of them, it was actually easier to complete all the side ops. I was like, are you serious? You obviously didn't play the damn game.
You want to hear another one for that game?
What?
There should have been a bunch of in the fucking game to make it feel more alive. At the fucking beginning, it was a deserted area because of the fucking military regime that had the outposts and everything. Like in the fucking desert in Afghanistan, rural fucking Afghanistan, it's fucking Afghanistan city. Hey,
you want some kush? You want some kush, bro? I'm over here in the red light.
I'm sitting here like that. Metal Gear can get some knocks. Metal Gear is my favorite fucking
like GTA.
I dare a motherfucker
I don't even have anyone. You know, he's running the stream too. See, you know what? That's what happens when you cater to the fans sometimes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I give it an 8. I give it an 8 because of Metal Gear Online. My original score was 7. Because of the story, because of the story, I was going to give it a 7 out of 10.
This story is fucking great. I don't understand I just saw her right down the face.
Nah, I'm just saying. I've played all the other Metal Gears. It does not live up to anything fan wise. Yeah.
It's really just that
Yeah, well, oh, well, you know what? Well, you know what? Peace Walker actually had less cutscenes too, but it actually did a good job with telling you the story. So yeah, they were actually very good with narrating it, and it had less cutscenes. So I was expecting something like Peace Walker if they were going to have less cutscenes. Don't say anything.
Okay, I'm done. It just kind of sucks because, okay, it just doesn't live up, and it wasn't what everybody was expecting. Like, that was everybody's hype into it, but nonetheless, it always does make fucking perfect sense. You know what I mean? And it does tie in some pieces. It doesn't tie fucking every Metal Gear. Like, you got other Metal Gears. Well, if you play the other Metal Gears, then you literally know everything anyway. Because those games are fucking
yeah, they did do that a lot, and really, the game should have stopped. It should have stopped at 4. Everything should have just stopped at 4, but because 4. We did. I didn't really give 2 shits about Big Boss until. I'm saying after 3, I kind of already knew the story of Big Boss, so I didn't really give a shit if Big Boss had his game. So. Yeah. Right, why am I not fighting anybody? Alright, I find this kind of weird.
No, I've been fighting the fucking computer forever.
The fuck, man?
I'm just a Metal Gear crawling around the open world taking out outposts. It's like, outpost taken. I'm gonna take your whole fucking outpost.
Yeah, we're on Street Fighter trying to figure out why the fuck we ain't fighting anybody, especially when we're both online right now.
That's kicking your ass, or at least kicking your ass.
Union Station. Hurrying conflict. I'm summoning a storm.
But due to like how it kind of turned out, you know, the whole Kojima shit, which is, in my opinion, the Konami Kojima shit is the biggest travesty that happened in gaming, like in a fucking minute. But
Yeah, it's probably just more trolling, like they said. He always tells lies. Like
He does.
He lied about Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As soon as I heard 1964 on Metal Gear Solid 3, I already knew what it was about.
I had no idea. I knew about Big Boss.
Yeah, but think about it. Yeah, but if you think about the time frame, right? Like Metal Gear Solid 1 took place in 2005. How would he like how would he still look the same in 2005 like he would in 1964? that was like a fuck you to the fans. No, I didn't have that big of a problem with Raiden because I had played Metal Gear Solid. I played Metal Gear Solid 1, right? But I missed out on Metal Gear Solid 2 because I didn't have a PS2, not because of what everybody else was like. So Metal Gear Solid 3 was out, and I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 2 before Metal Gear Solid 3. I go and play Metal Gear Solid 2. I play as Solid Snake. I'm like, oh shit, this is really cool. I'm playing as Solid Snake, and then I play as Raiden. And I was like, ugh. But then when I heard the explanation for Raiden, I was like, look, he's kind of a bitch because he's a new soldier, whereas on Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid Snake was a beast because he was a hardcore veteran at that time. Yeah, I was like, all right, well, fine, I get that. Which made Rising seem so much shit to me. I was just like, ugh. I think we would have had Metal Gear Solid 5 without Rising. I think Rising is not needed at all. As a matter of fact, he handed Rising. As a matter of fact, he handed Rising over to Platinum Games. I mean, seriously, he worked with them on certain things, but he allowed them to do whatever the fuck they want with the story, and you know it's. No. No. See, I actually saw an interview with Hideo Kojima. They had an interpreter for it, and he said that they, after the cut mechanic, they didn't know what to do with the story because the story was supposed to be with the original Rising. The story was supposed to be a bridge between Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4. It was originally supposed to be that, and they didn't know what the fuck to do with that.
And it's not just that, it's
I played it. I played it. It's horrible. I'm sorry. It's horrible for a Metal Gear game. It's horrible.
This was my. I ain't got the PS3. If I'm getting it, what is happening?
Don't play it. It's not on.
Well, yeah, because
people were crying that Metal Gear Solid 4 wasn't
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I have a story about that. I had a story about that. That shit was funny. I was actually at the midnight release for Metal Gear Solid 4, and this dude actually was like in front of me, and he was like, "Yeah, so I want Metal Gear Solid 4 for the 360." And he was like, "I'm sorry, it's actually PlayStation exclusive." He's like, "What?" I was like, I'm actually walking around in a cardboard box, so you know I'm laughing my ass off in a cardboard box. No. All right, I'm done. I'm done with Street Fighter. I'm sorry. If I'm not getting any